Today I'm going to be talking about how I feel about turning 40, and also I'm going to share some memories with you from previous birthdays in my 30s, so please stay tuned. Welcome to The Bold Encourager. I'm Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It just allows for me to get my positive, encouraging messages out to everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about how I feel about turning 40. Yes, today is actually 2 weeks away from turning 40, but by the time I edit this and get it out to you, it'll be about a week till I'm turning 40. I turned 40 on September 24th of this year, 2021. So how do I honestly feel about turning 40? Well, it can be a little bit scary getting older, right? I mean, I thought turning 30 was scary, but 40 seems like a whole nother ballgame. So let's kind of go through what I did for each birthday, and you can see the change from 30 to 40 and how I celebrate differently from when I was 30 to now. Let's first look at pictures of my 30th birthday. Okay, as you can see, I had a 50s style birthday on my 30th birthday. I invited my church family to one of my friends' house, and we had a nice big party of a good group of people, maybe about 20 some people came, and so that was a lot of fun. So 31 though was a huge change. At 31, I went to Vegas for the first time, and I said, 31's the new 21. It was a lot of fun, but yes, it was a lot different from 30. So my 30s were kind of wild, 20s are kind of a blur. At age 32, I went to Laughlin. So Laughlin is like a mini Vegas almost. If you haven't been to Laughlin, it's not as busy. It's definitely a lot smaller. It's not as fancy as Vegas, but it was a great place to celebrate my 32nd birthday, and I went with my husband at the time we were dating. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, that was my 32nd birthday. So a lot different from my 31st and a lot different from my 30th. So on my 33rd birthday, I went out with a group of friends, and then also I went on a boat with my sister. She had invited a bunch of people, but it was mainly for somebody else, but I kind of included it in my 33rd birthday celebration as well, as so did she. So that was a lot of fun. So that was my 33rd birthday, and as you can see, a lot different from my previous birthdays. So birthday parties always changed for me throughout the years as I was leading up to this age, 40. So what did I do on my 34th birthday? On my 34th birthday, I went to San Diego and went with my sister and her best friend, Sandra. I'd had a previous celebration with friends the night before. We went to Dave & Buster's, but I didn't have any pictures from that night. Looking at Facebook, but this is the pictures of when I went to San Diego. And then we did the Blacklight Run. That was a lot of fun in San Diego with my sister and her best friend. So we had a blast there, and her best friend had brought some other friends too. So a lot of fun that weekend for the 34th birthday as well. The year before I turned 35, I got married in March. So March of 2016. This would be important to mention that this was the year I got married. I'm now a married woman, before at 34, about to turn 35, but I wanted to show you this because it is important of where I am in my growth as I'm getting to 40.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear. With you, I wanna.
On my 35th birthday, as you can see, we went out for a night, and then we also went to karaoke night. So these are the two pictures of my celebrations. These were two different nights, so we had two different celebrations where I went out with a group of friends, and then with just a couple friends we went to karaoke night because I do love karaoke. So that's how I celebrated my 35th birthday. It's a lot different from what you see from the previous birthdays again, right? So what did I do for my 36th birthday? Moving on. So my 36th birthday was a little bit less crazy. I just had a thing with the girls at work at the office. So we just had a little celebration at the office. It was a lot of fun. We probably did went to paint night. We always do that, so I can't remember. I don't see any other pictures of it. And when you're going through so many pictures, you're like, what did we do? It is really, try to go through all your birthdays and try to remember what you did for each year. It's a lot harder than you think, especially when you're getting to 40. So at 37, it was a little more eventful than 36. I went on a boat that my dad and my stepmom put together, and then there was more celebrations. I went out with a group of girls from church and we did a paint night, and then also I did a walk for suicide awareness, and so I invited some friends along and I made the t-shirts for them. It says Voices of Hope, because I wanted to be able to have a voice that spreads hope and gives everybody hope so that they too know that they're not alone. So that was a really memorable birthday.
I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my G boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my OG boy.
Day we hustle, but the night we
OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my G boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my my name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds.
At the age of 38, I didn't do much. So we just moved to Nevada from California, and so it had been like a few months since we had been here, so didn't really know anybody out here. So I just celebrated at home, had a small little thing here. and then used any money that I had to put towards remodeling my bedroom and the entryway over in the front entryway, as you can see in the picture. So my birthday was more about spending at home and putting money towards my house. As you get older, your priorities change, as you can see. So that was my 38th birthday. So what did I do for my 39th birthday? Well, actually I spent it at home. It was 2020. We were in the pandemic. There wasn't much to do, so I hung out with my husband and my dogs as I did for my 38th birthday, spent it at home. But I also filmed a video around that time, and I consider that kind of like a partly of how I celebrate my birthday. I did it where I turned my home into Paris, France. And so I did a crepe bar, I did a video about it, and like painted and everything. And so it was a little fun thing that I did for myself to make it a little more exciting, because we couldn't really go anywhere. So if you didn't catch the video, I'm gonna go ahead and link it down below. It was a lot of fun putting it together. It was a very interesting video, but yeah, I enjoyed putting it together, and it was one of my newer videos, because back in 2020 is when I started this YouTube channel. So 2020 was memorable for me for that reason, because I get to share my life with all of you. So that wraps up all of my birthdays for my 30s. Like I said, my 20s is a blur, so I'm not going to go over those with you. And that was before, I think 25 was when I opened my Facebook account. And so it was MySpace before that. So I can't even tell you what I did in all those birthdays. So I thought the 30s was a good decade to cover. And how do I feel about turning 40? Like I said in the beginning, it's kind of scary, because you're like, wow, I'm just getting older. And I felt like the 30s was all about me getting to know who I was, finding my identity. So I actually really enjoyed my 30s. I can't complain about how those went. I had a lot of fun times. Oh no, my camera died when I was recording the outro, so here we go. Just hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm really looking forward to my 40s and sharing it with you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you stay encouraged. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video.